Hi, I'm Diana Montford. Oh, I always have to say this. The world's first transgender television journalist. Born male, became female, blah, blah, blah. We know the drill, don't we? Anyway, my guest is a wonderful friend of ours whom you've seen many times before on our show and hopefully will see many times again. Ms. Tanya Walker, Tanya A. Walker, who is a lady of transgender experience, who is the co-founder of New York Transgender Advocacy Group, and who is a military veteran. We are shooting this on July 28th, 2017. We had to cancel a previous show that we had with a politician because in the past 48 hours, Donald Trump has tweeted that he does not want transgender folk in the military. And so very rush, I had to cancel the politician who was scheduled for this shoot, call Tanya, a great old friend, and ask her if she would be on to talk about this. And here we are, 48 hours after Donald Trump tweeted that he does not want transgender folk in the military. We are now shooting this now on July 28th, and you will no doubt see it within a week. Anyway, what are we going to do about this crazy fascist pig that we have in the White House?
Well, basically, we have 18 countries with, they have transgender people serving outward, and they're out.
Openly trans folk.
Openly
yes.
trans folk. And I don't know why he didn't get the memo that transgender people are just like anyone else, and they can follow orders and serve their country.
I think trans people are better than many people because we are self-aware in ways most people aren't. We are very brave in ways most people aren't. We, well, it takes real balls to be a woman, or a man, or whatever gender you choose to be. If you are not cisgender, presenting just as you were designated at birth, then you are one brave cookie.
Yeah.
And we are, I'm so tired of Trump. I am so tired of this man. I don't dare turn on the news. I don't know what's coming. He's insane.
So
He's really mentally defective. Trump is insane. He just tweets. He's never heard of the law, apparently. He's never heard of due process. He's never heard of anything. I mean, the Supreme Court, these things cut no ice with this man. He's just going to decide arbitrarily what's going to happen to all of us, whether we like it or not. That is not the way it works, Donnie. Face it. We will not stand for this. What do you think of... All right, talk to me. Tell me about what you think of this.
What do I think of this? I think it's very transphobic, and I think it's horrible that that the President of the United States could tweet out that transgender people should not serve in the military, and when in fact transgender people have been serving since the beginning of time in militaries. However, some people didn't know they were trans. So,
excuse me, if somebody is trans and serves stealth, i.e. not confessing his or her transgender background, that person could go to jail if it's illegal, you know what I mean?
Yes, we could lose 15,000 active serving members, maybe more, if they do a witch hunt to find out who's transgender.
Well, this person's argument, this Trump person's argument, is that, well, it's very expensive that's not true. It's they spend more on, literally, I'm not joking, they spend more on Viagra, truly, for their troops than they do on transgender procedures.
Yes, so, and it would be like 100, like I heard some figures like 100, or I read some figures, like 100th of the, like 100% of the budget or something.
Further evidence of this clown's
not even 1%.
Profound
1/100th of a
stupidity.
percent of the budget.
I mean,
And that's it. And why is he worried about the budget anywhere? I mean, transgender people, they will not disrupt the military. They are there putting their life on the line for the rich and the poor to keep people, and it keeps people in power like him. I don't see why he could go out again.
Because he is an idiot. Because he is stupid. Because he proudly stated that he never reads books. No shit, Donald. No fucking shit. You are a fucking traitor and an idiot, and I swear you should be impeached.
Yes. Yes, he never served one day in military service. He's never gone through basic training. He's never had to learn how to qualify with a weapon. He's never thrown a hand grenade. He's never done any of that. His father left him, like I heard, I read figures of $14 million.
There's a picture of his father in 1928 at a KKK meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and blacks in this country have a horrible history with the KKK in this country, and they have basically been gatekeepers and murderers and terrorists and terrorized black people for many years. Yes, they have.
No shit.
They burned down people's houses, their businesses, their home, and everything. So that's part of the reason why.
My Scottish American Methodist grandfather married my Irish Catholic grandmother, and the Klan broke his feet in Richmond, Virginia, at the turn of the 20th century.
Yeah, so he has a history of being of hating minorities and blacks especially, and so I don't expect anything different.
We're not talking about blacks. We're talking about transgender of any race.
Right.
And this man has no concept of. He's just arbitrarily decided that he doesn't like transgender people, and that they're not going to be in. And, he doesn't like women. He doesn't like people of any other race.
He doesn't like Muslims.
Any other
religion. He doesn't
religion.
like Mexicans. He doesn't
the only refugees he likes are Eastern European whores. Those are the only ones he likes. But nobody else. He is just a disgrace to the human race. I mean, Trump. He is just vile beyond anything anyone ever thought or imagined. But maybe I should tell you how I really feel about him. Yes.
Yeah, he's in the White House. He's in the White House. I bet he has some of the best health care in the world. However, he doesn't want to have transgender people to have health care, or Americans, because like if those 15,000 soldiers are thrown out of the military, given dishonorable discharges, and he gets rid of Obamacare or he destroys the healthcare system, then the transgender people will be homeless and they will not have healthcare and they will die on the streets.
But, we the people do or do not consent to be governed. Trump is there for us. We are not there for Trump. He is our servant. He does not understand this. All these people in government are there to serve the people. The people are not there to serve a few treacherous, dishonest people who sold out the U.S. to Russia for their own business interests. And that's it,
Yeah, it's unfortunate that he's that he's in the White House, and if they get rid of Trump, then we have to deal with Pence.
No, we don't.
And Pence believes in conversion therapy.
Excuse me. If Trump got in on an illegitimate election, everyone who got in with him is there illegitimately and has to leave. That includes Pence, all the others, because they got in on that fake election that the Russians helped Trump win. So we would have a referendum and a new election. And we have to do away with the Electoral College, because if the popular vote counts for nothing, then democracy here is an empty boast. There is no democracy.
So, there's a lot of transgender people in the military currently serving who are afraid that that they will be kicked out because the generals at the Pentagon are waiting for President Trump to meet with them, so that they could discuss how they're going to ban transgender people from the military. They're waiting for orders from the president.
Which
I think is a human and civil rights issue, and there's going to be a lot of lawsuits. So lawyers are ready to start suing.
We're talking about this now.
Yes.
We're not talking about Jared Kushner meeting with the Russians. We're not talking about Pence, or who's that man who met Jeff Sessions, or someone who met with the Russians repeatedly and said, I did not meet with no Russians. No, not me. Oh, you caught me? Oh, well, I guess maybe I met once or twice,
Yeah.
Maybe 3 times. I don't know. But I mean, bullshit. Fucking bullshit. This man gives me a headache. I can't deal with Trump. He just makes me puke, and his criminal henchmen and that twerp, what's her name? The one, the blonde, the old one, the one who thinks she's Susie Cheerleader, the alternative facts bitch.
I know you're talking about, but she's always on TV.
Yeah. But anyway, I am just so fed up with all these people, I never thought our country would come to this, did you? That we've wound up this way with this ridiculous pseudo-government of ours.
Yeah, but unfortunately, our trans brothers and sisters are going to be the ones who are going to suffer and maybe the whole LGBT community as a whole.
No, we're not. Bunch of us. 12, 18 of them. No, we're not. No, we are not.
Well,
there are a lot of us. There are a few of them. Do the math. No, we are not going to suffer.
So we have to, people have to.
We can vote. And this time around, we make sure nobody steals the election.
Yeah, but not only vote.
I mean, 2018 is just around the corner.
We're going to have to organize, and we're going to have to pick our particular candidates that we want to vote for, and we're going to have to vote for them. And we're going to have to make sure all the votes are counted right and make sure there's no foreign interference in our elections.
How are we going to make sure of that?
How are we going to make sure of that? We're going to, because we're going to have a regime change of the people that are currently serving. We're going to have to let them know they're going to have to serve us and not themselves.
And I'm sure they'll listen to us, just as they have all these many long years.
Yes, we have to
I'm
organize.
being sarcastic.
We have to organize.
We are organized.
And stay organized.
We are organized. It's just that these people take illegality to new depths of degradation and immorality, and most of us can't even conceive of their corruption, But no, we will vote these people out of office.
We'll vote them out, but I just, hopefully they won't be able to change much of what's already been done by the Obama administration, and that we don't go backwards. I don't want to go backwards.
I don't either.
I don't want to go backwards. I remember when I was in the military, you weren't allowed to, if they found out you were gay or they thought you were gay, there would be an automatic witch hunt by a closet case gay guy who would hunt you down and catch you in the gay bar and then get you thrown out of the military. Or he would take a picture of you kissing some guy, to your lover, outside. When I was in, there was no don't ask, don't tell. I went in before don't ask, don't tell. It was, if you're gay, you're out. Or you're trans, you're out. But there was no trans then. Mm-hmm. But if they caught you doing anything, out of the ordinary, you were cast out. They would start orders for you to
they would actually put you in prison, I believe. And then
they put you out. And plus they would, take your rank and give you a dishonorable discharge. But even with don't ask, don't tell, they would put on the paperwork that you had homosexual sex, or that you were and that you were homosexual when they put you out of the military. So that paperwork would follow you on your records under don't ask, don't tell. Mm-hmm. So all these rules and laws do is force people into the closet. When I was in, gay men and lesbians lived in marriages of convenience, where they would live off post in two bedroom apartments, and they would have their lovers or whatever in their rooms, and they would live together like that.
But
off
be
base.
legally married so that it looked good
Yes,
to
together.
the authorities.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how they survive. So.
Well, that's how film stars have been doing it since film began,
Yeah. So. Because it wasn't cool to be out, and it seems like it's still not cool to be out. Even though.
No, it's totally cool to be out. It was fine under Obama. Now suddenly it's not.
Well, under Obama, the Pentagon was just getting things ready, in order so that transgender people could serve openly.
Yes. Well, they can now.
Yeah, they were tweaking some things, and now all these transgender people came out as transgender. Now Trump tweets that we're an obstruction. We'll get in the way of military duty.
Trump gets in the way of human decency. Who's worse off?
That the military will not be able to, conduct its missions
of
because
what? Bombing innocent people.
They'll be distracted.
So we can get their oil, killing everybody, so we can steal their oil, and Trump and his friends can be even richer, which they certainly need, since they only have like 9/10 of the money on Earth. They want the whole thing.
What I'm fighting for is transgender people to, out transgender people and closeted transgender people to have the right to serve openly in the military. And I want them to have that option.
When you were in the
Specialist 4.
Which sounds pretty good. What is it?
It was almost a sergeant, like E4, and then E5 is a sergeant.
Right.
When I got out. I was just before E5.
Whatever E5 means.
Yeah, a sergeant.
Okay.
A sergeant. So, yes, I'm fighting for that option. I think that option should remain open. American citizen, or even undocumented. Yes, I was in the United States Army.
Okay. No, but I mean there are other branches like Air Force, Navy, Marines.
Yes, I was in the Army, and yes, it was a.
What made you choose the Army as opposed to any other branch?
The Army was chosen for me.
How so?
I took the ASVAB test in high school, and
they thought the Army would be the
Army
best
called
fit?
me. Yeah, the Army called me, and they said, "Oh, we have a job for you. Life expectancy in the combat zone, 10 seconds." So I was in the combat engineers. We built bridges. We trained officers coming in. We tore down buildings and did different things. I operated a backhoe. We worked with explosives. We did all kinds of things.
Let me ask you a question. Doing all that, did being transgender in any way, shape, or form diminish your ability to do your work?
No. You know why? Because I felt like a tomboy.
Yeah.
I felt like a tomboy. I'm feminine and I'm doing all this masculine stuff. And then, but the only
You're so Marlena Dietrich.
But the only thing that I didn't like was that I had to pretend to be a boy.
I was never good at that myself.
And people could see through all the fakeness of
the fake
trying
macho.
to pretend to be,
Macho,
pretending to be a boy.
Macho man.
But so I felt like a tom girl doing things with boys. I said, oh, but I feel like a girl, but I'll do the boy things because I'll be a tomboy.
Good for you.
What the hell?
Yeah. I think a lot of us can identify with that.
Because my parents the doctor and my family got it wrong. Gender is in your mind. It is not your genitals. Mm-hmm. And people need to know that. And you do not have the right to self-determine someone's gender for them. Yeah. Just like in the case of an intersex person. Intersex people have come out with ambiguous genitalia or a penis and a vagina, and
can I date you?
And they've removed the penis and left the vagina, and when the child grew up, it was a boy. That should show them that gender is in the mind, not in the genitals.
Yes.
But
I myself would be fascinated by someone with both a penis and a vagina. Being a Gemini, I'm very fond of all things. So I would certainly...
Yin and yang,
Yeah, hey, that works for me. I want to meet somebody like that. But I would really like that, yeah. But anyway.
I mean, they're out there. I know some people who say they are intersex right now, who are intersex. Some of them have had their genitals mutilated at birth, because they...
Yeah, what is this thing?
Doctors didn't know what they were doing.
Chop, chop, snip, snip. Yeah.
Just like I'm
at
birth,
not known for my sensitivity. Yeah.
Just like at birth, they assigned me as male, but they didn't know it was in my mind because they don't know what happens, during the critical stages of development of the brain in the womb and when gender occurs and all that. They don't know.
Yeah.
So how can they determine my gender for me is the question.
Yeah. But anyway, I myself have sometimes entertained fantasies of being in the Navy, but that's another story. But anyway.
In the Navy, remember
yes, it's
the
not
village
just a
people?
job, it's an adventure.
Remember the village people?
You betcha. In the Navy.
Yeah, but when I went in the military, I went to fight for my country. Where my father told me I would change, and so I wanted to see what I was going to change into.
A really great teacher of mine when I was 14 years old told me he sensed that I was weird as fuck,
Yeah.
and he said, "You should enter the Army. It would help you a lot." Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Well, I told my female art teacher about this. She absolutely hit the roof, stalked into his classroom. There was no one in there. And she read him the riot act and said, "Don't you dare tell the students to enter the Army." This was during Vietnam,
Yeah.
She didn't get it. He was trying to help me. He was trying to butch me up,
Yeah. Yeah, there was no way they could butch me up. I tried to butch up, but I was too feminine. I wanted to play with dolls. I wanted to wear wrap skirts with danskins in the 70s with candies, and I had to wear boys' clothes. I hated that.
I did too.
Oh, I wanted to go to war with everybody. I wanted to wear those flare-out 1950 skirts with my collar up and everything.
I do that
I
now.
wanted to, and dance and spin.
I like that. Listen, I've decided that fashion being so weird and ephemeral and nobody knows what's in or out and everything is in or out, I just dress my way,
Yeah, I wanted to be because it wasn't me. I didn't like leisure suits and polyester leisure suits and stuff like that. Oh, we're happy. So what I used to do to try to get the most feminine clothes I could get was when I was telling my mother I want bell-bottom jeans, the biggest bell-bottom jeans
they look like
she could
skirts
find.
if you stood still. Yeah.
And I also wanted platform shoes.
I had
The highest platforms I could get.
I used to buy mine on 8th Street in the 70s. They had men's shoes that had platforms like this.
Yeah.
How I didn't break my neck with big bell bottoms with cuffs on the bottom. Often going downstairs, my heel would hook into the cuff, but I didn't break my neck.
And I used to wear
Much to Trump's chagrin, yes.
I used to wear the shirts with the puffy sleeves.
Yes, like blouses.
Yes, like blouses. Anyway,
you look very
feminine.
1930s, and I had hair like a 1930s person. So in my mind, I was Jean Harlow, even though,
because we were socialized into being boys. Although your mind says you're a girl, I could see where the confusion comes in.
Yeah.
When you're socialized, because little girls are socialized into being women. They're not socialized, and they tried to socialize me into being a boy, but I rejected it.
I did too.
My mind rejected it.
So did mine.
It took me a while to transition, but
No, I transitioned early.
But I transitioned
really
in my
early.
mind.
Everybody thought I was a girl anyway. I had no reason to wait,
Yeah.
But whatever.
That's why I had to transition in my mind, because you're socialized, by what your genitals look like when you come out.
Well, the thing is, life and politics
This is your
and
sex.
everything made me much more masculine than I was when I was a guy, because I was nice and sweet then. Now I'm on a tough old bitch,
Yeah. So I disagree. I disagree with everyone about that. So I can understand why some transgender people never start
Come
dressing
closer,
in their
you're
gender.
Too far from me.
I can see why transgender people never dress in their gender. Some that I know, because they're socialized into being the opposite gender.
Yeah.
That they are, and they're afraid.
All right. Bottom line, trans folk out there who yearn to join the military. Why, I don't know. But the gals want to join. The women who become men. The men who are mislabeled as women at birth, but are really men and they love the military because it's very man, Us girls, though, You know, I mean,
But when the tomboy girls
Yes.
like to we like they
I
do
want to
the
do
rough stuff.
push-ups and then I want to hit the showers with the guys. That
Because
works.
you know what I did in the military? I like doing masculine things sometimes.
I like
to
doing
show,
masculine
to,
things. Come here, you
to
masculine
show the
thing, I'll do
boys,
ya.
to show the boys that I could do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look, Walker can do that. Because they didn't think I could do it. And so I
Yeah,
felt
I used to get off on surprising people with my startlingly unexpected butch touches. Yeah.
So I enjoyed that part. I enjoyed, and all the blowing up stuff and all that. I don't know where
I won't touch that one. Blowing, I don't want to talk about it.
Blowing up stuff. Yeah. So but the military was full of closet cases.
Yeah.
It was just
well,
full.
life is full of closet cases.
I mean, it was full.
Did they? No, I've seen pictures of you as a guy. What a cutie pie. What a hunk. Did they chase you around, the closet guys?
The girls chased me. The guys chased me. Everybody was chasing me. Black, white, green, gray. Everybody. Everybody chased me.
Did you ever say yes?
Yes, I've said yes a few times. Yes.
And how was it? I mean,
It was good. It was good. Yes.
Don't forget, somebody you once knew in the army
Yeah.
might be watching.
Yeah, I did. The military was it was good. It was really good. It's a good experience. You get to travel, and you get to meet new people, and you get to learn new things.
Yeah, but you have to be allowed to be in the military, and if you're trans.
Right.
Anyway, write your Congress members, your senators, your everyone, and tell them that if you're trans, you have a right to be in the military and be blown to smithereens in the real American way.
You should have the option to go in the military as an American citizen or
disfigured,
even
get blown
undocumented
apart.
if you choose.
It's your right as a trans person.
Yes, it's your right. You should have the right to serve in an all-volunteer military.
Anyway, we're out of time. What a show.
That's who you are.
Yeah, that's who you are, and this is who she is. Tanya A. Walker, former military person, transgender lady, transgender activist. You see her on our show all the time. You've seen her on the news recently. I'm Diana Montford. This has been the Diana Montford Show. I love you a lot. I don't care if you're trans, non-trans, black, white, pink, orange, yellow, red, polka dotted, purple. I don't care. The only person I don't like out there is Donald Trump. But everybody else I love. I love you even if no one else loves you, except you, Donald Trump. You I don't like. But even Melania, free Melania, somebody help this girl. Get her a job so she can leave this guy, please. They're hiring at Walgreens, Melania. You can stock shelves, even though your English isn't so good, until you learn. I'm Diana Montford. This has been the Diana Montford Show. I love you. See you next time.
You told her she could stock shelves. Shit. She ain't going to do that shit. That's why she married Donald Trump.
I know, but...
To be rich. She wanted to be rich. She was amazed with the money.
It's so not worth it.
In bed with an old man.
And that old man. I mean, she looks really unhappy. I'll be right back and we'll do another one.
Sure. What are we going to talk about?
I don't know. We'll think of something. We're good together. We just talk and it comes out good.
Yeah. Extra join trans justice. I'm not...
I'll be right. I'm going down to,
I'll come with you.
Okay. Let's go.
I'll come with you. Oh. Oh.
Hi, Harvey. Oh, you sweetheart. I'm on a diet. I hope you noticed. No. Oh, I just couldn't eat that. Oh, God bless
I'm coming. I don't know how to get this thing on. Oh, that's how you get a... Oh, God. Tired. Worn out.
Oh, I'm just going to say something to you. Oh, listen, I'm going downstairs. I'll be right back and we'll do the second show.
nothing young but some money, honey. I'm tired. I'm tired. Whew. Yeah. Guy from the 90s. Hi. Because he's going to start.
Let me fix my lipstick and we're good to go.
Yeah, I'll fix mine in a second. Whew.
Better put on your mic.
Yeah. Daddy commented on my photo, or I wonder who's working on my dad's account.
Is he alive?
Yeah, my dad's alive.
Oh, that's good. Mine isn't.
Yeah, my dad.
In fact, yesterday was his 100th birthday.
But he's 80. He wants to give up.
Give up what? Just give up?
If this guy is
Girl, put on your mic. We're going to shoot.
blessings, he's always sending me blessings.
That's nice because mine didn't. Mine was a real son of a bitch.
He sent me a bouquet of flowers and something else or something. You know.
Mine sent me his bill collectors demanding money. That's what he sent me. I know.
It's not.
Okay, I see it here.
It's twisted all around the whole chair. Twisted.
Like us. Scaramucci, will you do the fandango? Let me just say something to him before we start. Better hold on. Oh, he's not even here. Hi, last week the second show wasn't recorded.